What's up, everyone? It's your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace Honey, and today it's time for another Why You Don't Need, because these brands keep playing with me. No, but today we're gonna dupe out the Fantasy Cosmetica Ranger palette, if you will. So when I initially saw it, I kind of reminded me of Bella Beaute bar palette, but what I always give Fantasy Cosmetica credit for is I feel like she always does a little bit of a different spin or a twist on a popular color story to make her palette stand out from other brands. I greatly appreciate that when it comes to her, because it makes me more likely to be willing to buy her as opposed to other people's, because I feel like she puts a unique twist on whatever color story it is she's doing to try to stay mainstream with the market and the color stories that are popular, but still putting herself apart and making it unique in that sense. So I always appreciate her for that. I will say that. However, it still kind of gave me the vibes of the Nomad Cosmetics Iceland Fire and Iceland palette. You can use code Dion to purchase from Nomad. Unfortunately, this palette they do not have anymore, so you have to buy it on Poshmark or Mercari. But as you can see, the color stories here do give somewhat of a similar vibe. Now, I'm not saying they're exact by any means. As you can see, the green in the Nomad palette is shimmery, where the greens in her palette are not shimmers, they're just mattes. But it does still have the red and the orange type shade she has, and it does have that gray roll that I feel like a lot of the orange, red, like green palettes that I have do not have. So that's what made hers unique, and that's what made me think of my Iceland palette. And I felt like it would be perfect for this. So if you like videos like this and you'd like to help pick out the eyeshadow palettes in here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, because every Sunday I do a live, and whatever new makeup releases we found on Friday, you all help me pick out on Sunday what palettes we're going to dupe out the new makeup releases in. So hit the subscribe button to make sure you get to be a part of all of the fun. If you like a good fragrance video, I am wrapping up the last part of the Snif pancake collection video. I know it took me a little longer than I expected it to, but I do have Berry Styles and Hazel Split now, so I am wearing both of those right now, and I will do a roundup and give you my thoughts on all of them probably in a live this weekend, or I might tell them to you in the Gentle Reminders live. So I do get PR from Snif, and they are sending over their latest fragrance for Alex Ely and Snif, which is Gentle Reminder. If you use code GRACE10 on Snif's website, I should have a link down below right now where you can pick up the fragrance before it launches if you're interested in purchasing. So make sure you check it out down below. Finally, if you like a good fashion video, I do fashion shorts twice a week. However, the fashion is leaving this channel and going to my fashion channel called Fashion with Gelbeauty-87. So if you like my fashion content, make sure you head on over there and subscribe, because at the end of May there will be no more fashion here. There will only be my traditional eyeshadow palette comparison videos, my fragrance layering combo videos, and of course my TJ Maxx content that you all love so much. I'm thinking about starting to do what's new at Ulta every week too, because there's an Ulta literally right next door to my TJ Maxx. So you can comment down below and tell me if you want me to show you every week what shows up in my Ulta store. But that's pretty much all I have for you all. Let me zoom in real quick and cute like, since you already saw the mock-up of the palette when I was talking about it a little bit earlier. So I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order. I'll swatch the shades on the back of my hand, then I'll come back with the eye look done. You all can tell me what you think of the eye look. If you like the eye look I have on right now, this is the Call of the Siren Gourmand Girls Why You Don't Need Members Only video. So sometimes when I have more than one idea of a palette that I wanted to use for a look, I will do an extra look for my members, so they have their own Why You Don't Need. In addition to the regular ones, they get access to certain things that you all don't get. Like I went to the YouTube Collectives Creators event. It was my first like influencer event ever. Shout out to Dr. Ash and her makeup for inviting me. But they got access to my experience there. They got access to me going to the Snif pop-up here in Chicago. I think it was like October of last year, September, October, something like that, where I got to meet the creator of the Half-Baked collection from Snif and their candles. They get a monthly vlog from me, and we do other fun content along the way. So if you would be interested in that, make sure you hit the link down below to join the membership. Now let me go off camera and do this eye look, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, you guys, so here is the look that's supposed to be duping out the Ranger palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, and these are the shades I chose. So I try to keep it simple and cute. I chose this shade for our lid in the inner corner. This is our transition shade. This is the shade I use toward the front of the eye. This is what I use toward the back of the eye. And that's pretty much it. So I didn't use that many colors in this one, but I was just kind of like, you know, I didn't want to do too much. And there wasn't too much to choose from because it's only a 9-pan. So if it didn't look exact, I was kind of like stuck and didn't have too much to choose from. So I'm not going to talk too much in this one, so this one hopefully will go a little bit faster, cute little edited moment, and move on. That's the plan. Have y'all heard of this brand called RG wigs? Because I've been hearing, I was watching some video from this lady called CC Suarez, and she was talking about how horrible the brand and like its founder was or whatever. She used like racial slurs of people with my skin tone, and then she was selling all these wigs that she bought from a wholesaler for like ridiculously high markups or whatever. My whole thing is like, why don't you just use Google Lens when you go to like buy stuff from like online boutique? Because like if you can find it for cheaper, then just like do it. I know it's this one boutique I like to shop at. I'm gonna take the red down, or the orangey red down, that I look at or whatever. I haven't bought anything because a lot of stuff I've been finding on like, you know, Google Lens. So I was like, if I can find on Google Lens and I can get it from cheaper, then, you know, in this economy, like, I'm going to. It's not, you don't want to support a small business, but just like sometimes be like, you know, they be marketing it up ridiculously. Like this one girl, I saw she had like something for like, I think $250, and I found it online for like $50, and I'm like, $250 to you, and I'm only paying $50. Like, I don't want to pay because you went and got a photographer and did like a fancy look with it. Like, no, I just want to pay whatever the item actually costs. So I'm like, with these tariffs and stuff too, like I feel really bad for like a lot of small businesses, because I'm like, I know like the profit margins are just looking like non-existent, especially with all the tariffs you have to pay. So I'm like, hopefully they get that resolved, and he, you know, like has to talk with China to calm down, because I'm like, I thought we owed them a whole bunch of money too. So it's like, what if they just decide to call in the bill? What are you gonna do? You know we don't have the money, so like you should probably play nice and stop pissing them off. And like I told y'all in another video, like I don't really talk about politics, but I'm like, it affects like, you know, a lot of what's going on right now, especially in like the makeup community, because they restocked the palette I wanted from Krypton Cosmetics. I think I said it right this time, Nina. Anyway, they restocked that one, and they won't let you buy it in the US, but thank goodness this a place called Look Healthy store, they have it on there. So I'm like, when I get paid Friday, I'm gonna pick up those two Secret Garden, the Secret Garden 1 and Secret Garden 2, because I told y'all I really wanted the Secret Garden 2. Y'all know I love a blue green purple moment, or I think that's like mint green, blue, pink, and purple. But I'm like, I really want that palette. I love the formula of their shadows. I think they do an amazing job, and I'm like, I want that palette. So I'm like, since I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. And they have a little discount on the Look Healthy like store or whatever, where you can get what do you call it? You can get, I think, 12% off if you're in the US. So it was like $120, I believe, to get both the palettes that I want to get. I don't know how much it was once you calculated in the shipping though, but it was like $120 before the shipping and the taxes. So I'm just like, oh Lord. But their palettes are used like in the $50 to $60 range, so it's like I wasn't surprised, and I felt they have really good quality, so it wasn't that big a deal to me to pay that. But I was just kind of like, I was sad I couldn't buy it off their website because I knew the shipping would be free even if I had to pay the thing. So I went on there to check, and sure enough, like the US was blocked off. Everybody else was on there except us. I'm like, see, why you got glitter glue? But I'm like, why you like messing up all of us? I just wanted an eyeshadow. I just wanted an eyeshadow or two, because I'm trying to debate if I should get one or if I should get both, because I thought you only get the discount if you get both, because you have to spend a certain amount, and it's like $68 on their website as opposed to like the $61 on the other brand's website. So it wasn't like super far off, and on their website they had the bundle deal, so it made like $108, but I cannot get it here in America anymore, so I'm just kind of like Anyway, where's my brush? Okay, so let's go into the shimmer shade now. She's one of like MLM peoples, and I know CC Suarez talked about a lot of the MLM people, so I was like, okay, it makes sense now why you're talking about this woman, because I was trying to figure out like what made her randomly decide to talk about her. But she's one of those people that talks about like a lot of MLMs or whatever, which is, I think, supposed to be short for multi-level marketing. I've never really been big on MLMs. I mean, I've heard of like a couple of them, like Avon and Mary Kay, honestly. I think I heard Avon like went out of business or something. So I'm just like, oh wow, they got Avon. Like wow, never thought I'd see the day where there was like no Avon. So that just sounds so weird to me. She has a business. She does terrible customer service, and she talks about her Reddit page and how everybody on her Reddit page is against her, and like, you know, she blocks customers and all that. So she's very unprofessional when it comes to her business, just from what I've heard in this video. I don't know anything about the woman though, so I'm not personally saying this. It's just, you know, like I'm telling you what I heard in the video. I try to remember link it down below, because I was just like, it was an interesting topic to me, especially because like she's supposed to be a born again like Christian or something like that, but like you're talking crap about minorities, and I forgot God was supposed to love everyone. So how are you saying that you love God and He's supposed to love everyone, but you talking crap about people who look like me? Like, I'm just trying to understand where that makes sense to you and how you're justifying it. Like, I'm just curious, because it's not making a lot of sense to me. Oh yeah, this looks like me. I feel like I need to put more shimmer toward this way, because I think I brought the red too far up on this eye as opposed to this one. Is it just me, y'all? I definitely feel like there's more red over here than there is over here. Anyway, I will fix that on my personal time, because I don't have to sit here forever while I figure that out. But it'll be fixed when I put the thumbnail up. That's the point. Let's put this inner corner shade in, because I don't want to make this too long, and I still have another video that I have to film. Because remember, I had I think I had 5 palettes this week, so I still got 2 more palettes I have to do videos on after I get done doing this video. So plus I got members only content I have to film, so I'm like, we're gonna be here a while, and I have a perfume video to film. So I have one more eye look to do today, then I got a perfume review to do. Wait, no, I think I'll save the perfume review for the next day. I do the other 2 eye looks, and then I just do those 3 Thursday, when I have to film the new makeup releases and call it a day. Anyway, I'm backing up now that we're done. So what are we thinking of the eye look? Minus the one that I messed up, because I think she's cute, you know, the one that's properly done when I get done. But I don't know, like, this color story wasn't like top tier for me when it comes to their brand. I'm sure the formula of it is going to be just as nice as all their other formulas. It's just, I don't know, some of the color stories work for me, some of them don't. This is one that isn't really my cup of tea, but in all fairness, I'm not really into the red, like green vibes that everybody's pushing out right now. Although I will say, like, out of all the red and green palettes I've had to do looks and compare it to, the one I like the best is, I'll try to stick right here, the Bella Beaute bar one. Y'all, when I duped the Bella Beaute bar Green Goddess collection, I will say that's probably like my favorite eye look. I've done with all these green to green, red eye looks. I just felt like that was the one that had the most colors that looked the nicest on me. But this one's cute, I guess. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you'd like to see more content from me. And make sure you follow Fashion with Gelbeauty 87 if you love the fashion shorts. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye. Doesn't have to stop here. Let's be friends over on Instagram to check out the latest fashion, fragrance, and palette comparisons, along with glimpses into my everyday life and the occasional food vlog. Make sure you head on over and follow me over on Instagram. It's Gelbeauty87 on all platforms. That's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Lemonade. And make sure you follow Fashion with Gelbeauty87 if you love my fashion shorts, because like I told you, at the end of May they'll be gone. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next one.